Hi there, it's Vaughn from Mom Powered Life. And today I want to talk about decluttering relationships and dreams, the post we just created and we just posted. And I want to add my 2 cents in there and I want to offer you a new way of thinking, maybe a quick guide. So let me tell you a little story. One of the things that I had to give up was my dream to move to Austin, Texas. So, quick backstory. My husband and I, we moved with our child to the Dallas Fort Worth area in Texas. And this area was great, but I wanted a little bit more of a vibrant city. And now Dallas is changing. If anyone's been there, it's definitely different than how it was when we first moved there years back. And I thought a great compromise would be to move to Austin, Texas, because it has a great college town feel. It's international because Formula One races there. So you have a lot of people come from different countries. They always have festivals going on and they have great live music. And it's just like a really fun place. It's a really fun, interesting place. So I was like, you know what? I love Texas. I love the people in Dallas. And I thought Austin, every time I went there, it was very homey feeling as well. And I was like, you know what? Let's try to get to Austin, Texas. So based on the information, we wanted to stay in Texas and we love the people. We're like, you know what, let's try. So my husband tried to get a job there and there are no jobs in the field he's in. He just looked and there wasn't anything for like months and months. And it came to the point where we had to decide to like try to hold on to this dream, or do we just try something else? And I will say that is one of the hardest things that I ever had to let go, because on one hand, I knew that the job was taking a toll on my husband in that capacity. And on the other hand, I really wanted to move to Austin. I wanted to start or transfer my business at the time that I was doing career coaching, which is a form of life coaching. And I really wanted to do this. And I said, you know what, if I can just get there, I can mingle with the right people and then I can take it to the next level. It's definitely for me. And yeah, it just didn't happen. No matter how much I wanted to happen, it just wasn't working. So we decided to move to the area we are in now, which is the Washington, D.C. metro area. And even after we moved, I was like, you know what? We're only going to be here a few years and then we're going back to Austin and that's it. We're going to move back to Texas and we're going to Austin. And that's what I had in my head. And reality, I don't think I'm going to move to Austin at all. At least not for 10 years and then some. Like, it's just not in the cards for me. And it makes more sense now looking back, the why it didn't work out. And I'll get to that in a few minutes, but it could be really hard. And I want to explain my thought process and also make a little quick sheet for you guys to maybe process a little bit better as well. Because I think one thing that really helped me was to write it out, but also to use mantras and sayings to basically help my mind shift. Now, even though I feel like I'm not in my favorite area in the US, I definitely know that this is a great season for me to be here in this Washington, D.C. area. And I can finally say that after many years of trying to work through this and process it and shift a bit. So the first thing is thoughts, and is what is causing you pain, anxiety, what's bothering you? What are you thinking? What are some issues? So for me, in my case, for thoughts right up here, is that I kept thinking, if only statements, the worst statements. If I can just move to Austin, everything will be better. If I can just move there, I can take my business to the next level. If I can only and then basically recognize any thoughts you're having, anything that's calling you anxiety, like how are you feeling? Just write it down. Then let's come down to emotions. Like, how are you feeling? What do you see? Do you see any, are the emotions changing your body? For example, your heart rate, are you getting sweaty palms? Are you twitching? What is going on? Like, how are you feeling? What emotions are coming out every time you think about these thoughts? What is triggering? There's probably something underlying there. and then move on to observations. So in my case, with observations, I believe that you should, after you recognize your thoughts and emotions and your feelings, what do you notice? Write down any thoughts. Do you feel more at peace? Do you feel angrier? What are you observing? Just be like an innocent bystander, like watching a story. Or if you're a moviegoer, you're watching the movie reel go by, essentially right in front of your face. Just observe through your thoughts and emotions and try to be very neutral. And it's hard to do, but try to do that. Once I did this and I went through this process, I was able to see that the reason why I wanted to move to Austin was because obviously it's Texas and I feel like the people were really friendly. And I knew that because I was already living there. But the other thing was I wanted to find a business partner and I wanted someone to work with me and to basically share the mission that I wanted to reach moms. And I thought that was so important. So that was one thing that looking back now. Another thing is Austin would have been great, but I wouldn't have been close to my parents and my husband's parents, which is great to have that support. Granted, we might not be in the same state, but we're definitely closer and we're a drive away, a very close drive away instead of a plane ride away. So as obviously as you age, as your parents age, you're probably going to be in a somewhat of a close vicinity if you can to help out if you need to. And that is something that wouldn't have happened if I moved to Austin. So there's a couple of different things you can think about. And if you just observe, if I just went to a place of neutrality, which I did, I was able to observe and see from a neutral standpoint, even though my wants and my dreams were so big about moving to Austin, it probably wasn't the right time, the right season, or just might not be the right dream for me, even though I wanted to force myself into it. I would have gave up so many things to just get there. And I probably would have been unhappy because, I still would have been farther away from our immediate family. And I just love the environment here and I love working with MK. And I just love what I do teaching kids about financial literacy. So sometimes you let go dreams, but you gain something even more beautiful than you can even imagine. So I hope that helps you. I will talk to you next time and let me know your thoughts. If you have any questions or anything, email us or message us on Instagram.